According to the World Health Organization, each year, air pollution is responsible for 7 million deaths around the globe. 9 out of 10 human beings currently breathe air that exceeds the WHO guidelines limits for pollutants, with those living in low and middle-income countries suffering the most. Air pollution is the contamination of the indoor and outdoor environment by any chemical, physical, or biological agent that modifies the natural characteristics of the atmosphere. Household combustion devices, motor vehicles, industrial facilities, and forest fires are common sources of air pollution. Pollutants of major public health concern include particulate matter, carbon monoxide, ozone, nitrogen dioxide, and sulfur dioxide. Outdoor and indoor air pollution causes respiratory and other diseases and is an important source of morbidity and mortality. As the world gets hotter and more crowded, our engines continue to pump out dirty emissions, and half of the world has no access to clean fuels or technologies, e.g. stoves, lamps. The very air we breathe is growing dangerously polluted. 9 out of 10 people now breathe polluted air, which kills 7 million people every year. The health effects of air pollution are serious. 1/3 of deaths from stroke, lung cancer, and other diseases are due to air pollution. This is having an equivalent effect to that of smoking tobacco and much higher than, say, the effects of eating too much salt. Air pollution is hard to escape. No matter how rich an area you live in, it is all around us. Microscopic pollutants in the air can slip past our body's defenses, penetrating deep into our respiratory and circulatory system, damaging our lungs, heart, and brain. Air pollution is closely linked to climate change. The main driver of climate change is fossil fuel combustion, which is a major contributor to air pollution, and efforts to mitigate one can improve the other. This month, the UN Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change warned that coal-fired electricity must end by 2050 if we are to limit global warming rises to 1.5 degrees. If not, we may see a major climate crisis in just 20 years. Meeting the goals of the Paris Agreement to combat climate change could save about 1 million lives a year worldwide by 2050 through reductions in air pollution alone. The economic benefits from tackling air pollution are significant. In the 15 countries that emit the most greenhouse gas emissions, the health impacts of air pollution are estimated to cost more than 4% of their GDP. The true cost of climate change is felt in our hospitals and in our lungs. The health burden of polluting energy sources is now so high that moving to cleaner and more sustainable choices for energy supply, transport, and food system effectively pays for itself, says the WHO Director of Public Health, Environmental and Social Determinants of Health. The lack of visible smog is no indication that the air is healthy. Across the world, both cities and villages are seeing toxic pollutants in the air exceed the average annual values recommended by WHO's air quality guidelines. To help people better understand just how polluted the air is, where they live, the WHO and UN Environment and Climate and Clean Air Coalition's Breathe Life campaign developed an online pollution meter. This year, the World Health Organization partners are convening the first global conference on air pollution and health in Geneva on 29 October and 1 November to rally the world towards major commitments to fight this problem. The conference will raise awareness of this growing public health challenge and share information and tools on the health risk of air pollution and its intervention. There are 2 types of air pollution: outdoor pollution and indoor pollution, or household pollution. Air pollution refers to the pollution generated by household combustion of fuels caused by burning fuels such as coal, wood, or kerosene, using open fires or basic stoves in poorly ventilated spaces. Both indoor and outdoor air pollution can contribute to each other, as air moves from inside buildings to outside and vice versa. Household air pollution kills 4 million people a year and tends to affect countries in Africa and Asia, where polluting fuels and technologies are used every day, particularly at home for cooking, heating, and lighting. Women and children tend to spend more time indoors, are affected the most. The main pollutants are particulate matter, a mix of solid and liquid droplets arising mainly from fuel combustion and road traffic, nitrogen dioxide from road traffic and indoor gas cookers, sulfur dioxide from burning fossil fuels, and ozone at ground level caused by the reaction of sunlight to pollutants from vehicle emissions. The pollutant that affects people the most is particulate matter, often abbreviated to PM. and used as a measure for air pollution. Air pollution has a disastrous effect on children. Worldwide, up to 14% of children aged 5 to 18 years have asthma relating to factors including air pollution. Every year, 543,000 children younger than 5 years die of respiratory diseases linked to air pollution. Air pollution is also linked to childhood cancers. Pregnant women are exposed to air pollution. It can affect fetal brain growth. Air pollution is also linked to cognitive impairment in both children and adults. Household air pollution is generated by household fuel combustion, leading to indoor air pollution and contributing to outdoor air pollution. In 2016, household air pollution was responsible for 3.8 million deaths. This makes the risk factor one of the largest environmental contributors to ill health. The importance of household air pollution as a public health threat varies drastically according to the level of development. In low and middle income countries, household air pollution is responsible for almost 10% of the mortality globally. This is responsible for 7.7% of the global mortality. Access to clean fuels and technologies is distributed unevenly across the globe. During the period 2010 and 2019, the rate of access to clean cooking fuels and technologies increased at an annual rate of 1% per year. In 2019, 66% of the global population had access to clean cooking fuels and technologies. In contrast, 2.6 billion people remain without access to clean cooking and rely primarily on inefficient and polluting cooking systems. For the period 2010-2019, much of the increase in access to clean fuels and technologies was dominated by the 5 most low and middle income countries: Brazil, China, India, Indonesia, and Pakistan. While these countries made steady progress, the global access rate, excluding these countries, was remained unchanged between 2010 and 2019.